Sandra Page with Playdates and Pints. You've got a lot of fun stuff going on for the holidays. I'm going to ask you about your fun places that I just saw you post about for adults, like the cool, festively decorated cocktail bars to go to. That's such a good idea for parents for a date night in December.
It's so fun and it's such a fun way to get out and, celebrate the season in a way that you can't celebrate it with your kids and, get festive and get the mulled wine or the hot rum and cider. It's
Ooh.
fun. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
okay. We'll talk
delicious.
about your list. We're going to talk about that, but let's get the kiddos out of the way because that is how our life is organized. Let's deal with them because there are so many fun things to do around San Diego County from now to the end of the year.
So many things. I was just talking to my husband last night about how there are literally not enough weekend days to do everything that we want to do with the kids this holiday season. A couple of the ones that we're really looking forward to, Pine Valley Christmas. So it's kind of out there. It's in Alpine, I believe. And last year we went and I was like, oh, this is far. I don't know. But then we got there and it was one of our favorite events. It's so magical. It's affordable. There's food and they do such a good job. It's definitely worth the drive.
So what is it? What's there?
So they have a whole play that the kids put on. They have like the kids singing choral music and like all the Christmas carols. They have their sweet, like I think it's a barbecue restaurant if I remember correctly. They have a living nativity that you walk through, which is one of the only ones I've ever seen. It's just such a sweet, affordable way to celebrate the holidays, and it is a drive, but I feel like a lot of the ones that are closer to like the coast, their price kind of, it gets up there pretty quickly, especially if you have a family of six. So that one is a really nice one to go to for sure.
So you see the Living Nativity. They've got Christmas, a little children's Christmas choir. I feel like I might have seen people post about this last year, and and a lot of Christmas lights, right?
Yeah, they have Christmas lights, they have hot cocoa, they have, they actually have one of our girls' favorite things. You can actually climb on a pine tree. So they have like the rock wall things put up on the pine tree. So it's different, it's not like your average setup. It's a lot more fun.
It makes me think that it's kind of like the Omas
Of Alpine.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm in for that. Okay, what's another one?
So we haven't actually been yet, but the Lakeside Hotel in San Marcos, they do a really fun winter event this year. They have the igloo set up for dinner and they have a festive holiday bar if you want to go for a date night and set up with the family. But then you can also do s'mores and a little train ride, and it's really sweet.
That's so cute. And then do you buy things individually or do you just buy one price to go in?
So for Lakeside Hotel, I believe that you can buy, like you go in for GA, so you can just go in and get a ticket. You don't have to buy anything else. But then if you want to do the other things, they all kind of do that where you walk in, that's one price, and then your hot cocoa is something else. The fun zone for the kids is something else. So you need to definitely make sure that you're looking at their websites to look at what it actually will cost you to walk in there, and not just the tickets itself.
Yeah. And so, okay, so Pine Valley, then you've got one in Alpine, you've got one in San Marcos. What else do you like?
So Belmont Park does a really good job of throwing their holiday. It's not anything like obviously the rides are always amazing there, but then the decor and they have the stilt walkers and the balloon guy and they have Elf, and so the weekends at Belmont Park during the holidays, I think it starts the first week of December, like right after Thanksgiving. It's a fun way to do it because it's less busy than Belmont Park is in the summer, and it's festive, but it's not, it's you know what to expect there. The rides are the rides, and then they just kind of add in the special holiday cheer as well.
And then the one in Del Mar,
Coastal Christmas.
I went there during the pandemic and I was like, okay, it's fine. But and then I haven't gone back. And then we had friends that went last year and said, oh my God, we loved it.
Yeah, so we went last year and it is a really fun event. They do a really good job. They have the fake ice skating, so it's not actual ice, it's glice.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like plastic ice. But they have that. They have the igloos that you can rent and do like cocktails or appetizers with friends. And they have a whole kid zone with like bouncy houses and zip lines and all of that stuff. But my favorite part of that one is actually the light show. So it's a walk-through light show that you can go through. And that for me is what makes that event worth it. It is one of the ones you have to be careful about when you walk in. just to walk in, I think is like $25 a person. So then all of the things are added on top of that. So it does get pricey. So you just kind of want to make sure that you know what everything costs before walking in.
Yeah, I remember the Carlsbad pumpkin patch is like that, and it's
Yeah.
really fun.
Especially with the bouncy house area over there. Yeah.
I like the one down at Petco Park.
Oh, yes. I was going to say that is actually our favorite one. It starts, I think, December 5th, so it's a shorter time span. But that one is like, I don't know what they do to Gallagher Square, but they turn it into like the villages that you think of in like Germany and in Europe, where you're like in the Christmas market and everything is so festive and, it's like fresh hot cocoa and artisan goods like that actual people have made, not Amazon. So you can go Christmas shopping for, your in-laws or your kids even. They do some shows and they have snow, actual snow.
Have a sledding hill.
They have a sledding hill, so they have actual snow, which is hard to find in San Diego.
And they had a
But
little
that's definitely
parade
one of our
running
favorite.
through. Yeah, I loved it when we went. It is kind of, it's very magical, and you're right there in Petco Park,
Yeah,
down skyline around you, and it's just so pretty.
yeah, that's one of our favorites.
And always pictures with Santa. What else? What's your favorites for your girls? What are like the things that they really like to do?
So they're really looking forward to the Petco Park one, actually. And then Belmont Park, honestly, is like always a hit with them. We usually do Santa pictures at one of the malls. The UTC Mall or Westfield UTC has a really good Santa setup this year. They had it last year as well. Let's see, what else? Belmont Park, Lakeside Hotel, Coastal Christmas Del Mar, Oceanside. I think it's called Oside Snowside or Snowside Oside. They're clever with the words, but they also have a sledding hill. It's only one weekend, I believe. I think it's the 5th and 6th of December. But that one is super fun because it's, again, you get the actual snow in there. You can go sledding and play. They have a lot of kids' activities, and it's on the more affordable side, which is nice.
Okay, so now let's switch gears to the adults. What
Adults.
festive places do you have for the cocktails?
So we went to emo Christmas downtown, and if you are, an early 2000s punk rock fan, it's a super fun little twist on a Christmas bar. So we went to that opening and it was really fun, and it's definitely, a different kind of vibe. There's so many. The Rancho Bernardo Inn has a really good one. Belmont Park Draft at Belmont Park is a really good one. What else? There's so many. Lakeside Hotel also has one, and then there's a couple more downtown. The Hotel Del, I mean, I can't believe we haven't talked about the Hotel Del. We skipped that entirely, but they do a really
Skating
fun.
rink and fire pits and all that.
Yes, and you can also rent. You can reserve like a fire pit on the beach and do s'mores. So you can do like s'mores and then go ice skating on actual ice on the beach. And then they just open a bunch of new restaurants, so that could be a fun date night too.
And also at the Hotel Del, they have the light show up in their big trees in the front lawn, and they put snow. I love that. I mean, it is just a magical place at Christmas, truly.
It is, and it's free, so you can go and enjoy the light show on the side without doing anything else there and just enjoy that. And from what I've heard, it's brand new this year. So I think the last 2 or 3 years it was the same show, and this year it's all brand new.
Oh, I mean, I watched it the last 2 years. I thought it was so great. So, okay, great. It's new. I love that place.
Yeah, it's hard to beat. It's hard
Oh,
to
it's
beat.
such a treat. Oh, and you know what? The Grand Del Mar, they're having their Christmas tree lighting on December 1st. You did that last year. I didn't get to do
Yes.
that with you.
Yes, we had so much fun there. It's one of they do it. I think you can go all December, and they have
Yeah.
like a holiday theme going. Santa and Buddy the Elf is walking around. But
Yeah.
their tree lighting is one of my favorites because it's not crowded. You have to buy a ticket so you can get like your little table, have dinner, and then they hire a ballerina, like a dance company, and they have like the Nutcracker dancing around it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorites.
And I think that the tree lighting might be at 5.
Yeah, I think it's 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But you can still make reservations for that one, so that's nice.
Okay, these are all great ideas. This is going to get us through December.
And there's so many more.
Okay,
Just
we'll
imagine.
send people to Playdates and Pints on Instagram so they can follow you, and you give all the good ideas and reminders as the weekends tick off. We don't have
Yep.
many of them, as you said. So that's helpful. Okay, Sandra Page, thank you so much.
Thank you.